And ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Jdrama Media here at Jdrama Media Podcast Show. And I am here with my friend. For the listeners out there, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Yes, I am Mark. They can call me Voltaire because I have two names. Mark Voltaire is a bit long, but colloquial. Mark is a bit of known name, so you can call me Voltaire on that one. And I'm currently also residing in Singapore now. So yeah, I'm in the house, work from home. Those circuit breaker.
Just like everyone else, you stay at
Yeah,
home. Okay, well, Singapore, how long have you been here?
I've been here since 2010, September 2010. So it's going to be 10 years now.
10 years, I see. Well,
Yeah.
I've been here in 2014, so this is my sixth year.
Mm.
And you're in the IT field, right?
Yes, I'm on a desktop support role, mostly on hands-on,
Hands
not
on.
on a call. Yeah, not on a call, but we also do remote support and on-call as well. But it's more of the hands-on support and interacting.
Okay. Well,
Mm.
since we're on circuit breaker, well, that's our term here in Singapore, circuit breaker. In other countries,
Yes.
it's quarantine. Other countries is lockdown. So
Mm.
circuit breaker. So how is the job going on so far? Like, is the demand still up, or is it more demanding now?
Actually, now it's more less demanding
Less demanding.
because some of the users are remotely connected, so it's only like you can number out how many users that you can help on a daily basis. Sometimes you don't have anything, so you have to do your other jobs, for example, paperworks, record updating, inventories, something like that.
Mm, okay.
Yeah.
Well, since IT, right? There's a lot of us, well, Filipinos who wants to get a job here in Singapore,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Especially in the IT field, there's a lot of, I have a lot of friends who sometimes reach out to me and ask,
Mm.
how can I apply this and that? Any tips for them if they want to apply?
And nowadays, it's more of like the online. So there are job sites online that you can check on it. If there's a demand, you can try to apply that one. But however, there is some percentage that they may or may not come back to you for that instance. So you have to try and try. Like for me, when I came in here, I did try to apply every morning, 8 o'clock. I have to
Send your
wake up,
resumes out
send resume, blast them out, and send the resume the same email every time, every day
every day.
until Friday. Yeah, that's the best tip. Then you always update your resume every day as well, so that your resume will be like up there and up there. So
Okay.
when the recruiter search your name or anything keyword, it goes up there. So they will just notice that.
Okay. So in short,
Mm.
just, send out your resume. Don't be lazy.
Yeah, don't be lazy. Always wake up like 8:30 because 9 o'clock they will start work.
Yep.
Yeah.
And well, as an OFW, we have this notion that we work and we go home, work, home,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
So I met you through Carousel.
Yes,
Yes.
carousel. I was looking for a part of Gundam.
Yes,
Actually, Gundam is one of the hobby that I have
exactly.
also. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
So
we met there.
OFWs, we tend to have, outlets.
Mm.
In our case, we do collect and build model kits.
Mm.
And yeah, so I met him because I was selling my kits during that time, and fortunately, he was looking for that particular kit. And then yeah,
Mm.
so I think we met at Topayo.
Papaya.
Yeah,
Papaya MRT.
and then
So I
yeah,
was looking
so
for
mm,
your kit because my building kit that I'm going to compete, I oversand. the ear part.
The ear. Yeah, I
This
remember.
yeah, because when you snap it right and then you put the glue on it, it melts. So when the melting is done, dried out, so I had to sand it. So I over sand that part. So it ruined the whole mold of that ear.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I had to look for secondhand or the built kit because I don't want
For
to.
that one particular
Yeah,
set
for that
only.
one particular. Yeah. Actually, those were both had some issue. So I over
Mm.
stand it. Yeah.
Yeah. So hobbies, right? How long have you been collecting model kits?
I started in second year high school. That was no, I started in first year going second year high school. So that's the time when Gundam Wing is airing in GMA 7.
GMA 7,
Yeah.
530. Yeah.
So 430, 430. Yeah,
Four-
Gundam Wing TV edition.
mm,
So there's a one time that we had to my mother is going is an OFW also, so
mm.
we send her off to the airport. So after that, me and my uncle went back home. So that time the ferry boat in Manila to Bataan. I'm from Bataan, by the way. Manila to Bataan is still available. So you can take from Manila to Bataan for 1 hour only.
Oh, that's short.
Okay, so yeah, from CCP complex, the seaport there.
So it's no longer
From
available.
it's still available, but you have to go to Mall of Asia.
Oh.
The port is now there. They have relocated the port there, so you can go to Corregidor over from there, or you can go to Mariveles as well. And so at that time, um, since the mall in Harrison Plaza, Harrison Plaza, that's the one that's being what do
Demolished.
you call that? They demolished. Yeah. So there's a SM department store over there,
Mm.
and they instantly they had this stall with the Gundam promotion. So at that
Mm.
time, so at that time it's like, uy, it was a good instance. So I'm looking at it. My uncle is like, okay, just which one you like.
Is it a high
So
grade?
yeah, it's still a high grade. It's still high grade that time. I mean, that's the very first high grade, not
Yeah, I
the
remember
much, yeah.
the much
So
detailed
the much detail
kits.
high grade,
Mm.
yeah. Uh, so I bought this heavy arms because I like throw art at that time
Mm.
because he had got a heavy
Yeah,
arms,
of course.
Gatling gun and plus
Mm.
shield. Then
Mm.
you didn't know that when you that detach it, there's a sword inside it.
I know.
There's a laser. So at that time, I got curious also, so I bought that kit. So that the second kit is the same, but it's a Wing Zero.
Wing Zero.
Wing, yeah, not the Wing
Mm.
Zero custom, but it's still in the Gundam Wing
Yep.
series. The Wing Zero with the Zero system. That's the
So
second kit.
so first kit was a heavy arms high grade.
Mm,
Um, as you build it, again, to those builders out there, this is like a throwback, right?
yeah,
Because I
this
remember my 19 99.
1999.
Yeah, I remember my first kit. It was a Gundam X. It's
Mm.
also a
Oh
high
yeah,
grade.
got yes, it's also a
Yeah.
high grade. I had that one also.
Um, it was a yeah, present to me from my brother because it
Mm.
was my like I think it was Christmas or birthday that time. So I was into Tamiya that time, and then he said,
Oh, you went also to Tamiya.
yeah, of course. Then he bought me a Gundam X and then Gundam Tallgeese.
Mm.
So two separate, series. I did not know anything about Gundam that time. So it was like, so one villain, because Tallgeese is a villain, right?
Tog is a villain, yeah.
Then the other one is Gundam X. I was like, okay. So he arrived around 2 a.m. in the morning because of
Mm.
course it's my brother from Manila to
Working,
Alaminos.
yeah.
I was so excited. So I waited for him. 2 a.m. He arrived, gave those kits to me. Was like, I was like,
What is
okay,
this?
is it Lego or what? And then I opened it. I
Yeah,
was like, oh shit, this is cool. Then I look at the
yeah.
manual. It's like,
It's in Japanese.
it's Japanese, and you need to cut it. I was like, oh, good thing there's
Yeah,
numbers. Okay, so from
yeah.
2 a.m. till 6 a.m., like
You're building it.
I, I built it very slowly because again I was like, okay, and then you snap it. Oh shit,
Yeah.
the head. Oh, cool. This is so cool. Then the most difficult part there was when I tried to put the eyes. Because
The
again,
stickers.
I don't have any tools. I only have my mom's nail cutter.
Yeah, I had the same approach. First, I don't have the nippers. Nowadays, they have the cutters, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But at the time, I only have the nail cutter.
Mm.
Nail
Eh,
cutter, and that's it. You just got it. I don't have any side cutter or anything.
no
It's
tools at
only
all.
nail cutter, no tools at
So
all.
the legendary nail cutter of our mom. That's our
Yeah.
first tool. I bet all of you have that experience.
Correct.
And then yeah, so that's what started my Gundam curiosity, and then it became a
Hmm.
hobby, and then
And collection.
collection.
Yeah.
What
Had the same.
was your second kit?
Second kit was the Zero,
Mm-mm.
Wing Zero. After that, the X, I mean, Gundam X series kit. The one that is changing to jet fighter. I forgot
Mm-mm.
which kit is that? The blue color one.
Yeah, the blue one, the blue chest.
Yeah, yeah. I got
Mm.
curious, but because eventually GMA 7 also aired the
Here,
Gundam X.
that's true.
Yeah, Gundam X after the Gundam G. After
Yeah,
the
man,
Gundam G.
Gundam G. I
So
remember one
they,
time there's a lot of bootlegs during that time, right?
oh yeah, yeah, that time
Different
there are a lot.
brandings. I don't know, the moment I see Gundam G or Gundam Bros or Gundam Boxer, it's like,
Yeah,
I need
I
those.
want that. Yeah, I want that.
I need those. It was like
Uh,
so fun. So, how many kits do you think you have now, approximately? Because I know you don't have the
ah,
exact number.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the exact number, but I'll give you a figure, ball figure. Maybe 60,
60.
50 to 60, something like that. Ah,
And
I don't know.
60 is like not so many,
Yeah,
right?
not
It's
so
it's
many.
not so many because there are
Because
people who has 60 kits unbuilt,
yeah, that's
right?
correct. That's correct. Because I from the moment I realized that I had to collect one or two variation only, so
Mm,
I limit myself from buying.
mm.
So I only stick to one person or a pilot. So nowadays my collection is more of like Setsuna FC from Gundam 00.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Setsuna
need
FC.
you need to
So
collect the series.
all of the kits, even the limited edition PG. PG, I only have one PG for now.
Mm.
So since 2016, yeah, 2016, I only had one PG's double riser. So
Mhm.
I haven't got the extra the seven sword. Yeah.
Double O Riser. I have the bootleg version of that. Uh,
Hmm.
it's uh it's a disaster to build.
Yeah, because it's not completely, I mean, snapping together. The molds
I mean,
are way different.
I tried to work around on it, but it's
Hmm.
the balance. It's just too heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
The
the
arms,
how it
they're just too
molds.
heavy. Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
heavy.
I also had the bootleg when I was in high school. I think that was third year. Um,
Mm.
I bought this Endless Waltz from Gundam Wing OVA or OVA edition.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it like 700 something or 500 pesos. So I bought three different variants, but
Do you
had some
remember those
headache.
transparent bootlegs?
Yeah, that's the one I had. The
Disaster,
transparent
man.
bootleg. This is the yeah. So from that on, I realized that no, I won't be buying bootlegs anymore. It's a waste of money. No offense, but
Mm-mm.
in my opinion, when I bought that, I built that. It's nothing compared to the original.
Well, okay. So no offense, right? Because I
Mm,
like 30% of my kits are bootlegs.
yeah.
Well, first of all, this is just my take. If
Mm,
you want to go into a hobby,
mm,
any sort of hobby, you need to invest, right?
yes. Any
Investment,
any any
any
hobby.
that's the basic, that's the foundation of it. You need
Correct.
money, right?
Money.
So my take on buying and building bootlegs is to experience, you know, do the wrong things in that kit,
Mm,
right? Experiment on it, because again, it's not original. It's crappy, right?
mm,
But it would bring out the creativity in you, because again, it's
yeah.
it's not perfect. There's a lot
Yes.
of wrong molds. It's not snapping together. So it's a chance for you to find a solution and make it prettier and comparable to the original.
Yeah, that's correct.
And of course, price difference,
Money. Yeah,
right?
price difference. The value.
In Manila, 1 mg is like 2,500 or a thousand.
Cheapest.
Yeah, is it?
The
That's what
cheapest
I
is
remember.
1.8 original. That's the
Mhm.
cheapest.
And then that's
Original
the
one.
old version, like Gundam, yeah, the Gundam Wing series, right? It's
Mm,
there's a lot of discounted price of that series now, but you can also get a bootleg in the Visoria.
mm,
So yeah, so try to experiment, do all the wrong things using bootleg kits, and then
mm,
you transition to the uh, the original ones, Bandai.
correct.
Right. What about the tools? How did you come across learning how to use the scrape, the what do you call that, the tape,
Sandpaper.
sandpaper, whatnot?
The
When
masking.
yeah, when did you start that? Because I know you joined competition, right?
Yeah, I did join most, I mean not most, but I tried to join
So from your mom's
competitions.
nail cutter.
Mm. From my mom's nail cutter to actually at that time when I was working already, uh, I still use the nail cutter, but I realized that it leaves some markings.
The
It is
nubs.
difficult to, yeah, the knobs. It is difficult to cement it, then you
Mm-mm.
sand it, and then you still have it, and you put what you call that, the patty, cement
Mm,
patty,
mm-mm.
just
So
to flatten that thing.
it
The
damages.
process,
Yeah.
yeah, the process takes longer than the usual. So what I did is buy the Bandai. The in here in Singapore, I bought it for like $10. The basic Bandai
But
cutter, side cutter.
it's not that good, right?
Not it's fine. Actually, I'm still using it until now.
Is it? It still
I
works.
just, yeah, yes. Wait, let me. I think it got dropped. But yeah, I bought it like 2011. I bought it 2011 until now. I'm still using it.
Mm.
Um, uh,
The black grip,
it's more. Yeah, no, the colored
blue.
grip,
The
the blue red,
blue red.
and I think it's based on the
Oh, that's
Sengoku
straight.
cutter style. Yeah, so something like that's $10, and I bought that one, invested on that. So until now, I'm still using it. So it's like nine 9 years, 8 years of that. I also use it for Tamiya. I also I also uh
Are
play
you still
Tamiya
active?
mini for wheel drive. Yeah, I do nowadays, but before the circuit breaker or the pandemic, I am, yeah, last year I restarted. 2017, 2018 I tried to build
Mm,
basic one. Then
mm.
2019, since I already have the parts, it went from one kit to four kits.
Whoa.
to four mini four-wheel drives now.
I
So
remember.
I try to maintain like only four. I don't want to because some of my friends who are I am playing with Filipino,
Mm,
they will have like a
custom.
spider box.
Oh man.
Yeah. So something like they have 10 or more kids of that.
Yeah, I mean our generation, right? Because I remember so from Gundam, so many Gundams. Again, I was like 11 or 6, grade 6 during that time.
Mm.
I don't really value my toys, right?
Mm.
Again, so I got my first kit, and then I played the toy how the toy is supposed to be played,
Mm.
right? So like,
Yeah.
right? Then I'll just hang it and
Shoo! Yeah.
imagine, right? So my first kits, I don't know what happened to them. I can't remember. And then I kept on buying and buying and buying different sorts of kits. And then next thing I know, I'm doing Tamiya, or what we call Let's
Mm.
Go, because that's
Mm.
what
Let's go.
the
The series is
JMA7,
all about.
it
Yeah.
says Let's Go. So everyone's saying
Sunday.
Let's Go instead of Tamiya. And then yeah, so that's when my curiosity in Tamiya, me- you know, mechanics,
Yeah.
um,
Mechanics and technical
technical,
stuffs.
and then you need
Yeah.
to
The motor,
rewind and
rewind. Yeah.
make sure the gears are well greased and whatnot. It was like it
Yeah.
was so much fun. And then we built our own racetrack from the gutter.
Mm.
Yeah, it okay. Our generation, the childhood was so rich. Don't you
Yeah.
agree?
I
Like we
agree on that
literally
one.
spend our childhood outside with the boys playing
Yeah.
Tamiya, right?
No, actually, not just Tamiya. Before that, you still have to play outside other than those things,
Mm,
the Tamiya
mm.
stuff. Yeah.
You're still active on Gundam
Yeah, I'm still active.
and gaming. I can see that you have
Mm.
a gaming chair, and I saw your videos.
Yeah.
You raced. Tell us more about it. Like, when did you start your racing career?
Okay, I started racing career when I was 2011. I'm already here in Singapore
Mm-hmm.
because I came in 2010 September. So by March, when my mother arrived from Saudi because she works as a RFW in Saudi at
Mm-hmm.
that time. So I came back. Then she bought me a PS3.
Mm-hmm.
She bought me a PS3 as a present. So I put it in here. Bought the Gran Turismo 5 because at that time Gran Turismo 5 is like 4 months recently released game, Gran Turismo 5 for PS3. So I bought that game. From that on, since there's an online, I can play with other people from different countries as long as you have the PlayStation ID and the
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation Network with your internet connection. So that's a start, but it's not like until now I already have the wheel, all the stuff. No, I have the DS3, the DualShock 3 controller of PlayStation 3.
Of
Yeah,
course,
so here I still have it. Yeah,
it's PS3,
so yes, it's PS3. So this one is PS4.
right? Ooh.
So I still have the PS3 controller. From this one. I started sim racing, although I'm using a controller, but it's still acceptable at that time because
Mm-mm.
the wheel since 2006 until 2011 costs 21,000 G25. 21 to 30,000
That's
G25.
PS4 exclusive, right?
PS3. No,
I mean,
it's a PC, PS and
oh, okay.
PC. Yeah, the Logitech G25. Then they came the Logitech G27. So it's a bit expensive at that time because
Mm-mm.
I'm still paying for a house loan
Mm-mm.
because we have a housing loan at that time. So no, I won't spend that much
Right.
for a rig, which is not which is for a hobby that is not I don't prioritize on that one, so I still use the controller.
Right.
So after that, since finishing the loans paid fully 100%, then that time I decided in 2014, if I'm not mistaken, 2014 I bought the G25 secondhand. So bought the G25 from a local person who is going to migrate in Australia here in
Mm-mm.
Singapore. So at that time, I already bought the wheel, but how can I put it? I mean, where will I attach it? So I bought a table in IKEA for
Mm-mm.
$39. The Linmon table that you
Is
can
it
attach.
is it like the a small dining table?
Yeah, the small dining table, but with the I mean, it's a bit small. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that is really an answer to what you need.
Mm-mm.
So you can put it in, and then at that time we already have a uh, dining chair that is a karangoni. So karangoni is a recycle that was thrown
Mm.
out. So you pick it up. It's a
Mm.
karangoni chair.
Yeah.
A dining chair karangoni. A
Yeah.
pair of dining chair karangoni.
All right. So Karanguni, okay. Here in Singapore, there's a lot of treasures
Ah,
inside. A
yeah,
lot.
good.
If you know how to, I mean, not okay. In my defense, I'm not a scavenger. It's just that whenever I step
It
out,
there is
there,
some there,
there's something
something
there
there
in the
that
corner, right?
yeah that you can use.
So yeah, so that's one funny part here in Singapore. They just throw stuff.
Don't care. Don't care.
They want to replace it, and if you are um fortunate enough to be at the right moment at the right time, just pick it up. It's like a Bermuda Triangle. If you close your eyes,
When
it
it's
just
gone,
disappears.
it's gone. Yeah.
All
So
right. Oh,
that's one
so
thing.
I saw you doing actual races,
Yeah.
like cars. Tell me about it. Like
Actual, which one? The real life or
real life, real life.
the? I, actually, that one is a track attack last 2018. Track
Mm-hmm.
attack is more of like time attack. So you put on your fastest time on on a circuit. So this one was in Clark, Pampanga,
Mm-mm.
the Clark International Speedway, the name of the track.
Mm-mm.
So I went there with my own car, so just to test myself.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So it's raining at that time because it's a monsoon season,
Mm-mm.
August. I tried it. It went well, although my car didn't went well after that. But it's a good experience. I mean, you put your car into what is its limit,
Mm-mm.
and at that time I didn't take off some of the weights on my car. That means to say I still have the spare tire on board. I
Right.
still have the back seat on board. I didn't remove it. So all of those weights, adding weights to the car, I still have it. But the good thing is that even though I have those, I surpassed the Hyundai Accent at that time. So
Nice.
and a Suzuki. Oh, I know, no, not a Hyundai Accent, but a Suzuki. Sorry,
So
a
what was the
Suzuki
motivation?
50.
Because I know you've been sim racing, right?
Hmm.
So to actually try it in real life, what made you do it?
The curiosity of your car, how it will perform on a stock basis.
Hmm.
Means stock is totally you didn't change anything.
No modification.
No, no modification. It's just same height. You can change the wheel. I mean the tires and the wheel. That's it. But if you want to make it faster, you have to change something on your car
Hmm.
at that time. For me, since I have my own car, I don't want to change it at that time. I just put it as a stock. So all the whole car is all stock. Yeah. So if you want to make faster, you have to change. But once you change one part or another, the performance will also change.
Mm-mm.
The fuel also change. So the efficiency will be ruined. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
So you really
Once
know about you really know um the should we say mechanics
Not
of
really, but the basic stuff you need to know as well. If you don't know much, you have to ask your mechanics on
mm,
what are these, what are that. Your friends who also knows cars and the engine. Uh, it's better to know that because that's the basic stuff.
mm, mm,
I mean, maintaining your car and how it performs. What is the maximum I can get? What is the performance I can get on my stock car? I mean,
mm.
how you carry your car. Yeah. So once it breaks down, you will learn something every breakdown. That's why that's why it's good to buy a second hand because you will learn from that.
Yeah.
When you buy a brand new car, you already know you already have the experience. You
Mm.
know which one is going to fail. But nowadays you have the computer box. So
It tells
so
you
the computer
everything.
box, it tells you everything as a mechanic. You don't need a mechanic. You'll just need to go to your taller or to your manufacturer shop
And then they
for
can
them to diagnose it.
identify and diagnose.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. They call it the OBD2. Mm.
okay. For your sim racing career, like
Mm.
for those people who wants to, try it or playing on a controller. I know you've invested on the chair, and then what do you call that? The race it,
Which one?
the race.
This one?
I
The
mean the
racing
frame,
seat?
the
Oh
frame.
yeah, the rig.
The rig.
Racing sim racing rig. Yeah.
Any tips for beginners who wants to try and who wants to buy like any
Okay.
particular brand, even the wheel, even the pedals?
Okay. For beginners who is budgeted,
Mm-mm.
I still prefer to use the controller because since you are a budgeted person, you maximize what you have. Some people would tend to buy wheels, but they are beginners. But then when they realize that they can't win, they can't patiently learn
Mm-mm.
how to use a wheel. They just waste the time and money, so they will just sell it out.
Okay, so what
So
about
I
for
prefer.
those who's not a beginner anymore, and he
Mm,
wants to step up their game?
if you want to step up the game, first thing is you buy a wheel. Currently in the market, there are two brands that are actively and recommended. One is Trustmaster, and one
Trustmaster.
is Logitech. Yeah, Trustmaster is the with the one in THRU, Trust. Yeah, you know
Okay.
Trust and then Master one word. And Logitech G29. And some of them would say, I want a cheaper price. Yeah, you can get the cheaper price, but you will be missing something, which is the force feedback or FFB. FFB, force feedback, is important to feel your tires gripping on the circuit, on the racetrack. That means to say,
Does it
it
vibrate?
simulates. Yes, it
Oh.
vibrates. Yeah, it vibrates. If it hits a bump, it will vibrate. If it hits a curb, which is that strip,
Mm-mm,
the
mm-mm.
strip on the side of the track, the
The
red,
dig, dig,
yeah,
dig, dig.
red and white, yeah,
Mm-mm.
it will also vibrate on that when you pass on it. So when you bump a car, also it will be felt on that part. So when you turn in, it should turn in, and you will feel the tires that is vibrating as well.
So the simulation together with the gears feels like you're actually driving.
Driving a car. The
Oh.
only missing part is the butt kick. That
And
means
what's
to
that?
say, in real life car, when you change gear, right? So you feel the rev of the car that is
Mm-mm.
moving.
Mm.
That's the one that is missing.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
of
when you
course,
turn
yeah.
in,
Mm.
yeah. So when you turn in, your body also turns, right? Because that's what is on your ear and what's in your mind.
Right.
So you know that it is moving.
Like the even the momentum, right? Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. Movement of the car. Yeah. So that's the only one that's missing. So you won't feel the jerk move. When you release the clutch, if
Mm-mm.
you're already driving, right?
I
A car in
I
Philippines,
I stopped learning,
but you know how to
but
drive.
yeah, I know how to drive.
Yeah, the same. So when you release the clutch, so you feel that one,
Yes,
that
yes,
movement.
yes.
You're missing that movement on the
Ah,
simulator. But the basic stuff that you want to have in sim racing is there.
I see. And
Mm.
cost wise, like how much are they gonna
Okay,
they need to
for the
prepare?
that's a big part because Trustmaster T150 costs $350 Singapore dollars, or should we say in Philippine
What's that?
pesos, 15
10,000?
15,000
Oh,
15,000.
15. Okay.
Yeah, because the taxes they differ. They differ.
I see.
So if for a G29, it will cost you around 450 Singapore dollars, or should we say 18 to 19,000 pesos. Yeah. So that's the entry level.
Entry level.
Hmm. We don't recommend the much entry level because there's this wheels that doesn't have the FFB. We don't recommend that. Although
Oh,
it's cheap,
it's
although it's
cheap.
cheap, it doesn't give you any feeling. The immersion, we call it immersion.
So the experience
Mm.
is different compared to
Yeah,
those.
experience different. So
And
you're
experience
like
tells
staring.
everything, right?
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. For without the FFB, you're like skidding. So you steer there, you won't feel anything. You steer left, you won't feel anything as well.
Okay,
That's the
so
missing
that's
part.
Master and then Logitech
Logitech G2. Yeah.
G20
29. Yeah.
29.
29. 29.
Okay,
Trustmaster T150.
T150. Okay,
Hmm.
so to those listeners, just just Google them and check the
Yeah.
review online and on YouTube.
Hmm.
Um, what's your memorable F1 sim race?
Oh, company event. When I was in NCS, employee of NCS, which I was deployed for the client government government project. So I went to NCS. They have this simulation contest,
Mhm.
but instead of using the wheel, said you're going to seat. No, they tell you to use the controller on an Xbox controller. So it means to say you're competing like that,
And you're
right? And
already a
then
master there, right?
no, that's an Xbox. I'm a
Okay,
PS3 user that time, so I
but isn't
had
it the
to
same?
adopt.
Okay.
Different,
Yeah. Okay.
different. The Xbox uses the L and R.
Oh, the config, the button config. Right.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah,
Right.
okay.
Mm-mm.
And the steering is they use this one, the analog stick,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
this one. So, and I'm used to arrow keys, and the my throttle is the X, and the brake is square.
Mm-mm.
So that's the time that you had to adapt for you to win. So I had to practice for only 3 days. You have to practice,
Yes, because
and
you're
from the
you're
sec,
learning something new, right?
yeah,
Mm.
and it's unorthodox they call it. Yeah, so you have to learn again on how to, and I had to install. I had to manipulate. I mean, do the same configuration. You have to reassign the keys also for you
Mm-mm.
to learn the same way as the controller over there. So after 2 days, the second day I went there comparatively not confident, still nervous at that time.
Mm-mm. So how many
So
were you competing?
I think that time was because they divided it into three branches of the office. So you compete also with other people on other different branches.
Mm-hmm.
So something like maybe 50 employees, and whoever is fastest in each branch goes to win a ticket to Singapore Grand Prix Friday. I get you a Friday premium. You know the paddock pass,
Mm-mm.
Singtel paddock pass. 1 day Friday. That's my memorable, and I won't
and,
forget that
and
because
obviously you won.
yeah, I won. I won the fastest for the second day. I won the fast second day, and the most memorable part is also I they had the same contest, but there is a rig and a VR.
Damn. Oh, so
Yeah,
was it your first time to use
that's
VR?
the first time I used VR, and this is 2013. They used the Oculus, the version one of the
Right.
Oculus, I think, at that
Yes.
time.
Mm-mm.
So I was like, wow, this is the first time I am using it. It simulates, and it moves your head as well.
Mm-mm.
So I was like, oh shoot, I moved my head, and then the head on. I mean, it also moves on the screen inside. So I was like, no, 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 I don't like this. So what I did is on the second lap, you have to put the fastest lap again.
Mm-mm.
So I'm like driving like this. I'm only moving my eyes.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I don't want to. I don't want to move my head
Yeah, who
because it
drives like this
disrupts.
anyway, right?
Yeah, it disrupts. So I
Mm.
move my head, something like that. So whenever I turn, it's kind of awkward, but you have to do it. And I
Mm-mm.
won second. I won second prize, and I won a BlackBerry phone.
Let's go.
And
For-
luckily,
you won
luckily
a
the
premium pass for the Formula One, and then
yeah.
a BlackBerry, and what else?
And, I mean, a dinner
Bragging rights,
also.
mate.
It's a buffet. It's a buffet
Boo.
buffet dinner, so you can eat all of them. You can drink mostly, but I didn't drink at that time because I have a camera. I'm also an amateur photographer at that time, so I have a
Oh.
long lens. I asked to borrow.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm do the shooting. That's why I didn't drink wine or whatever liquor they have there.
Because you need to protect the zoom lens.
Not just that, because if you're drunk or you get some alcohol on your system, you won't be able to to shoot, to shoot fast cars. Yeah,
Nice.
that's one of another hobby I have. Amateur photography, sports photography.
What kit are you using? I mean, what brand? Canon, Sony,
Canon,
Canon,
Canon, 650D. That
650.
was invested in 2012. We invested it with my wife, 2012.
Okay.
Mm,
How many megapixels? Is
650D,
it full frame or APS-C?
APS-C, not a full
APS-C.
frame. It's more of like the entry, along with the 1000D kit,
Mm-mm. Right.
1000D, or yeah, or something like that, 1000D kit.
And it's still working.
Yeah,
You still
it's
have it
still
with you?
working. No, I still have it with me.
Mm.
The last time I used it was last year in Thursday walkabout pit, because we won that. I won that one as well.
Thursday last week. All right.
No, Thursday pit experience last year,
Last
September.
year.
Mm. It's still working. Yeah.
Who are your influences in comes with? I mean, inspiration comes with sim.
Photography.
I mean, in racing in general.
Um, I idolize Michael Schumacher. Although I am not using a Michael Schumacher, but yeah, I saw him racing back in 2003 on TV, 2002, 2003 on TV when I was in college.
Mm-mm.
So there's this when I was in boarding house, my landlord has this cable. There's this F1 Formula One being
Broadcasted.
broadcasted live.
Mm-mm.
So I watch that, but sometimes I don't because the landlord is watching, so I can't. So there's only like glimpse of
Mm-mm.
watching it for like 30 minutes or an hour, because Formula One, it takes almost 2 hours
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
to racing, and not just that, before and after racing there's still some discussions, something like
Mm-mm.
that. So you try to keep in on that part until I went to my uncle's wife in Laguna. They had a cable also. What they are watching the F1 as well. So I also watch. So until from there on, I progressively watch 2003, 2004 when I'm available on weekends
Mm-mm.
and the time that's scheduled. So I got curiosity of that since then. So I went to to websites, to Formula1.com, learn how Formula One works, aerodynamics, those
Mm-mm.
things. This is when I was in college, so internet is already in
Available at
there,
that time. Yeah, yeah.
available at that time. Yeah, but my curiosity was first in 19 back in 1995. Channel 4, if I still remember, Channel 4. One
ABC
night there's
four,
a
ABC five. So ABC
PTV,
five,
PTV,
PTV. Oh,
Channel 4.
PTV.
PTV.
Mm-mm.
There's this rerun, or I don't know what is that, but they did a rerun of Monaco Grand Prix and another one is a German Grand Prix. I think that's the only glimpse, the first glimpse I did watch of Formula One. But then I didn't repeat until 2002. Oh, and then I remember that I watched this these cars before when I was
Mm-mm.
in child when I was a child. So until then, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, until today, I'm still watching the Formula One races, Grand Prix. Mm.
Schumacher retired already, right?
Yeah, Schumacher is retired and unfortunately he's still recovering from his coma. He got comatose from an accident in 2013 December
Oh.
30, December 30, the day my wedding. So exactly 29 afternoon, something like that. But it's
Mm-mm.
30 already in the morning when I read the news.
It's unfortunate. And what about now?
Yeah,
You're a big fan of what's his name?
Mercedes.
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
what
I'm
is
a big fan because Schumacher went from Ferrari, then
mm-mm.
he retired, then came back in 2010. Drove Mercedes, drove with
Mm-mm.
a team Mercedes. So from that on, after leaving Ferrari, I am also a fan of Ferrari before.
Mm-mm.
So when he came back to Mercedes, I supported the start of the reborn of Mercedes. So even though we are not winning at that time, we
Mm-mm.
know that they are developing the car to be competitive for 20 from the new regulation in 2014. So
Mm.
they are rebuilding the team from bankruptcy 2009, and then it came alive in 2009, won the championship, and then Mercedes bought that team as
Wow.
their manufacturer works team. And then on, I supported the Mercedes, and until now, I'm still a Mercedes fan.
So you really know your history, really know your
Yeah,
stuff. Let's go.
yeah. You have to
Um,
because
I mean,
yeah.
do you have Facebook groups or meetups here in Singapore who's into Formula
Uh,
racing as well?
Actually, I only meet with my friend in Pasir also. My friend in Pasir. Yeah,
Mm.
we meet sometime like once in a year to watch Formula One outside. Means in sports bar. We organize two of us.
Well,
So
maybe after
it's a good.
CB, to whoever's listening to this, maybe you can, meet up, chat up, and this,
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah. Discuss.
yeah,
Same. Yeah.
yeah. So, I will leave his Facebook profile down in the description. Just ping him, message him,
Mm,
slide him a
mm,
DM. I mean, because it's really fun to talk to someone who's really passionate about one thing, about a hobby. Then
mm.
you can talk about, discuss things. Why is this team winning? Why is this team not winning?
Not winning. Yeah.
Mm,
What's the difference? You have to know as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So this is part of a discussion, and you also learn technically what is the stuff happening, what are this, why is it like that? Yeah, you
Even the
have to.
politics. Is it a big
Yeah,
factor?
yeah, even the politics. Yeah,
I,
it's a big
I know.
factor also.
Every single sports, there should be a
There's
politics
a
involved.
politics.
Mm. I
We
mean,
don't like it, but it
like,
comes
okay,
out.
have you seen the Last Dance on Netflix?
I haven't watched it
You
yet.
haven't,
I
man.
haven't watched it. I mean, I it's how many episodes now?
10. It's done. It's finished.
It's then I'm going to watch
Yeah,
the whole of them.
because that's when I discovered, like, in like what happened, like how the general manager managed the team. Jerry Krause is like, if he could have just, if he could have just, did this, talk to Pippin, stuff like that. It was
Mm.
like so much politics involved. And then I figured, yeah, politics is everywhere,
Yeah, politics is everywhere.
even in the office, right?
Mm.
It's
Which I
everywhere.
don't like also in the office. I experienced that. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it too. So for your racing career, what do you see yourself like in 5 years? Like, do you think you'll be more competitive, more invested in it?
No, I think I will be what do you call that? Maybe a mentor or something, or maybe to inspire other younger generation.
Mm-hmm.
Because for right now, I on what I observe is that I am not in the game anymore much. Unlike when like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I'm on what do you call that? The if it your
It
career high.
career high, I see.
Yeah, that's the hunger. But now it's more of like still a hobby, although you don't race much competitively nowadays. So you have to inspire other people. You have to teach them what is need to be done, what is not to
Mm-mm.
be done.
Okay, so so much fun, Voltaire. Okay, any advices or any shout outs you want to say to your family or to your kid,
Mm.
to your wife?
Shout out to my family in Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
since we can't go back to Philippines because of this pandemic, and I think even though circuit breakers finish, Philippines is still what do you call that? Prohibited to visit.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, it will take some time, or maybe next year. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know. But yeah, I'm missing them. And to my relatives as well, I'm okay in here. You can see me. Um, yeah, that's it.
So to those listeners out there, if you share the same hobby as we are, and if you're here in Singapore and if you're Filipino, get in touch with us. Let's hang out after CB. And yeah, so that's it for this episode. So once again, this is Jeremiah from Jdrama Media on Jdrama Media Podcast Show. Once again, I'm with Voltaire.
Yeah, thank you, Jeremiah, and support his channel.
Let's
Support
go.
his pod.
Yeah, and thank you so much for listening. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Goodbye.